like the Bug and Moss show, why not fuck around with the multitude of other projects Bug and Moss actually have? Spoiler, they're all very good. Double spoiler, kiss my shit. You're listening to Bug and Moss.
Whoa, good golly gosh, gee willikers, holy smokes, my camera's dark, it's bad, everything's broken.
Shit, our cameras, hang on, oh wait.
Good morning, Bug.
We woke up late, and by we, I mean Moss.
Oh God, yeah, I got up late. And then everything was logged out, everything was just automatically logged out, so it comes scrambling into the studio at what, like 6 minutes past, log in, get everything lined up, prep the show. I got some stuff for us to talk about. And then all of a sudden it just won't log into Twitch. It won't stream anywhere. The layout's all over. Look, chat's over Bug's head. What is happening?
Well, that's because we streamed with Ty.
That's true, but I made a mess. I really every weekend I make a mess for myself to deal with on Monday. Oh my goodness gracious. Good morning, Bug. Good morning, everyone hanging out with us. Good morning, Atticus, Colin, Rerun, Bug and Moss. Oh, that's us. Holy smokes. We're back. We're live. We're on the air. We're here. I'm freaking tired.
Yeah, Colin, you can curse. We curse until we get syndicated by the radio.
Did Colin curse? Oh, okay.
Colin asked if it's okay to curse here. It is.
Yeah, it's okay to curse here. Oh my gosh. Colin asked, will anyone tell my mom? Nah, dude.
Oh, I will. We chat, but she's cool.
Actually, wait. Colin's mom? Yeah, I'll probably tell your mom. Your mom's cool as fuck. Your mom can hang. Colin's mom is super cool.
Yeah, Colin, tell your mom about the show.
Yeah, I could do a whole segment about Colin's mom, which sounds bizarre. But I mean, I just mean that in that she is delightful and wonderful and super sweet, and so I could just say that for a while.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Good morning, Bug.
Good morning, Moss. How you doing?
I'm hanging in. I honestly was a lot more tired before everything went wrong, and then troubleshooting brain kicked in.
Wake up, girls. That's how we do it. Computer broken. Let's get ready.
That helped. And it helped in a way with also something I have for us, because today, Bug, I have a people also ask. What have you got for the show?
Wow, nothing. I've got nothing, but I've got a good personality. I have some news if we get real desperate. I'm just hanging out, drinking this bad backup coffee we have. Should we tell everybody about our bad backup coffee?
I guess so. Yeah, what is this bad backup coffee? It's quite bad.
Yeah, well, here's what we do. We order our coffee predominantly from Vibrant Coffee Roasters out of Philly, mostly because as far as, I hate what I'm about to say, but as far as third wave coffee goes, which is like if you're a specialty coffee girly, you know, I think it's an incredible value, fantastic quality coffee, affordable from the perspective of you like to spend money on coffee, and it is a thing we spend money on, but we budget by buying it in 5-pound bags.
Yeah.
There's like a massive price break at that level. And a lot of places don't have a massive price break at that level unless you're a wholesaler. So Vibrant, you are so real for that.
And it's usually very, very good, very delicious, very tasty coffee.
It's always very good, delicious, and tasty.
We are sipping this morning on some reject mud from the back shelf of a grocery store in a trash can.
I will say it's still better than like grocery store brand crap. It's that Aldi has a whole bean that's drinkable. And we have that as backup for when every single time we don't order coffee in time.
Drinkable is the way I would describe it. This hot.
God.
It's going down. It's waking me up. Good morning, Bug. How are you doing? You sound as tired as me.
I'm sniffly, but I took my allergy pill. I see Matt Bliss in the chat saying bug advice time. Matt, advice on what? Because I'm down.
Presumably the advice on coffee, I believe is what Matt was referring to.
Oh, well, sure. Yeah, no, I have advice on that. I've got that.
We have a bunch of new segment openers, thanks to Jordan, that I have not put together yet. So tomorrow's show, because I'm planning on putting those all together, tomorrow's show is going to rip because we have a whole bunch of new segment openers that are going to be really fun. So I'm excited for y'all for tomorrow's show. I'm excited for this week. Let's talk about our plans for this week, and then we'll hit this people also ask and then dip into the voicemails.
Totally.
What are your goals this week, Bug? And chat, anyone hanging out with us, what are your goals this week? It's Monday. Let's look forward.
I'm flipping my calendar.
At the curving horizon of this week ahead of us.
Shit, I'm flipping months right now. Okay, here we are.
You all right, Bug?
Yeah, well, I flipped my calendar, but I had to flip like 6 pages because we're in a new month. I'm going to the gynecologist. I just spilled very hot coffee on myself.
Oh, no, here.
No,
Here's
it's
a
okay.
towel for
I'll
you.
survive.
Cool. Well, that's a goal.
Yeah, my goal is to make it to that appointment and have it be over so that I can stop thinking, oh, fuck, do I have to do that soon?
That makes sense.
My gynecologist is really fun. I have a cool story about her.
Okay.
But why don't you tell us what you're doing with your week, and then I'll share her whole vibe.
I'm trying to get a video out this week. I want to do a video about RFID, and more specifically, those little RFID reflector things. You know, when you buy stuff at the store and there's stickers, and on the back of the sticker is what looks like a little circuit, and you're like, what the fuck are those? And they're everywhere. I'm going to do a video about those.
Those are so cool.
And I'm going to start it by talking about cat shit. And I think it's going to be funny.
I'm excited for that segue.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be fun. So keep an eye on the Wicked Interesting channel if you're not subscribed over there. Hopefully going to get that out by Friday, if not sooner. So that's my goal for this week.
I love that. I want to talk about chat's goals, but first I want everyone to get to share in I have a cute planner. So this is May. So we can all be excited for some cute art.
Yeah,
I'm sure it looks really good.
Yeah, it's both getting completely eaten by the noise reduction and not audible or visible on the podcast.
Yeah, so that's cool. You can't see it, you can't hear it, but it's cute art.
It's cute. It is cute. It's very cute.
I love some of Chat's goals. Colin Parker, goals for this week: lose 80 pounds in 5 days, learn how to teleport, and then just like a bunch of content, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then Blueberry Finch says, goals for this week: pass my first semester of grad school. Hey, I'm sure you've told us you're in grad school, but I forgot until now. So hell yeah, I love finding out. I hope you kill it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then Colin, great suggestion. If you're not already following Wicked Interesting, you should definitely follow it because, like Mason said, he's gonna make a video.
Yeah, check it out on the YouTube channel. Link in the description, link in the show notes. And thanks to Colin, link in the chat. And Matt Bliss says, my goals include finishing my new daily journal, planning my new daily journal newsletter. Ooh. Plan out the continuation of Rethinking Podcasting, which is a show that you should tune into and subscribe. If you're a podcaster, you should hear it. It's great. Conversations about podcasting with none other than Matt Bliss. And Matt says, and enjoy the peace of my new routine, which I love that.
I love that too.
It's Monday.
Monday.
It is Monday. And Bug Fan Club has chimed in and said that Bug Fan Club's goals are run a 5K, start roof demolition, pass a last-minute civics test for residency. Hey, that's a busy week, Bug Fan Club.
That is a busy week.
I also have noticed that I have disappeared from the stream. I
see that.
Everything is fucking completely broken. I'm still there. I have no idea how this happened.
It's hard out there.
Yeah.
We're doing our best.
We're doing the best that we can, but boy howdy is sometimes the best a little bit wonky. Hey, why don't you go ahead and just give me 1 second?
Everybody, please stand by.
Wow. Yep.
You're
wow.
gone?
No, it's just fucking gone, dude. Everything's broken today. It's so bad.
Hey, yeah. It's tough out there. I guess goal for this week, fix the stream layout.
Yeah, but this is like breaking in ways that I don't even understand. My camera's on. My switcher is on. My video capture thing is on. Everything is, man, fucking Mondays. Fucking
Mondays.
Garfield wasn't right about a lot.
But he was right about lasagna on Mondays, and also kind of hating dogs. I'm not a huge dog fan. Bug Fan Club says now the bug stream, our dream come true.
Yeah, now it's just the bug stream.
JK, we love Moss too.
Well, I've got to sort this out, Bug. Do you have anything that you want to talk about briefly?
Let me tell you guys about my gynecologist. So she's a vibe. I have had to continue to see new gynecologists all the time. I'm sure anybody who needs a gynecologist can relate. Gynecologist can relate because they want to get in there once a year, but we live in hell and the insurance will just continue to change. And so then you have to find a gynecologist that's in your network, which means you have to find a new gynecologist, which means you have to find someone who's just enough of a vibe, right? You don't have to really like your gynecologist, but they need to not stress you out.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like most doctors, I want to like the doctor that I have. Also, hi, I'm back. I'm visible again.
Yeah, happy to see you here. So here's the vibe of my gynecologist. The best way I could describe it is I feel like she's a horse doctor. Like she has the vibe of a large animal vet. And I like that because I'm a large animal.
Does she rock up and pull on like an elbow length glove and it's just like, all right, covered in muck boots and like chunks of mud?
Mean, basically, she's kind of the girly who walks up, looks like she could be on a farm. But okay, listen, Colin, I know if I break my leg, it's dangerous, but I would not go to my gynecologist for that. So she rolls up, brown ponytail, pulled back, horse girl vibes, singular pearl earrings, very, very like clean aesthetic vibing. But she also just has like a deep country accent and she gets it done. I'm like, she could be a large animal vet. I went to get an IUD and like my regular checkup, and I was like, hey, I think my IUD needs to be replaced in like the next couple of years, but with the state of the country. And she was like, let's just do it today. And I was like, fuck, because wow, the last time I got an IUD, it was a whole thing, and I drove myself, and I was like, no, yeah, you know what? If we do it later, I have to anticipate it. Let's do it today.
Oh, but it's so much pain, Bug.
Well, so she just got it, and she was like kind of fiddling with the wrapper, and she's like, gosh, I've been putting these in for like 15 years, but they changed the wrapper on me. And I'm like, 15 years, love that, glad to hear it. A lot of gynecologists are like, oh, IUDs, yeah, I guess I've heard of those. And you're like, okay. And then she's just chatting with me, and I'm like, hey, are you gonna put it in soon? And she's like, oh, it's in. And I was like, oh, so you're like really good at this.
Yeah, apparently.
And then I'm a weird girl, and she is too, like most horse girls, centaurs, sorry. And so she just like was like, we were chatting about it, and I was like, I love medical stuff, whatever. And then she like has my old IUD, and she's like, do you want to keep this? And I was like, yeah, I do. So she's cool. It's going to be fine. Excited to see her.
And now Bug has her old IUD in a cup.
Yeah. Everybody in the chat and or voicemails, I got to know what kind of jewelry to make out of it. What am I going to do with this thing?
What kind of IUD jewelry can you make? That's amazing. Atticus says gold star gyno.
Absolutely.
Bug Fan Club says that is the best description of a gyno I've ever heard. And Matt Bliss says, sounds like the kind of person that says, I'll count down from 3, then do it, and goes on
yes,
2.
which I love in a doctor. I'm going to be totally honest.
Yeah, I love a doctor that understands that I'm having a hard time, but also that I can take it. So like, yeah. 3, 2, bang! Oops, sorry. Broke your leg.
Colin says that I should turn my IUD into a septum ring, which I think is strong. So I need to bronze it like baby shoes, I think.
So for those who are unaware, it is shaped like a T with string coming off the 2 sides of the T and little metal bits along the top of it. And so if you were to put that and I'm not saying that Colin is unaware, but I'm just trying to think so that I can then describe how you would do that as a septum ring. Either would have to be the leg of the T pressed through your septum, and so then you'd have a T on one side and strings coming out of your nose. Or you could try and get each arm of the T, I guess, through your septum. Oh my gosh. Either way, you're going to have strings hanging down like a weird kind of string mustache.
Yeah, it's going to be a look, but it could be powerful. Colin also says IUD for sale, never worn.
Never worn.
This one was definitely worn, though, for like almost 10 years. So
yeah, that's the 6-word sad story.
Yeah.
Hey, Bug, guess what?
What?
I have something.
Let's do it.
Hey, what about a very small internet quiz?
We'll have a proper liner for it tomorrow, but it is time to play. People Also Ask, the game where you search something on Google and then quiz yourself to see if you can answer the questions that people also ask. Today, from the bathroom, before all of our technology exploded on us,
oh yeah,
I Googled this and discovered it was a good People Also Ask. So today we are playing People Also Ask how to wake up fast.
Ooh.
So I searched how to wake up fast, and people also ask, how can I wake up fast right now? Okay. We'll start with that. What do you think the answer is? Because when you Google that, you get a lot of results.
How can I wake up fast right now? What do I think the top answer to that is going to be?
Colin Parker says gunshot wound.
Yeah.
Coyote Astronaut says dog vomit noises.
I would also like to submit cat vomit because that gets me out of bed.
Cat vomit sound.
The plunger toilet sound.
Rerun says be late.
Yeah. I'm going to say, because I think advice like this is usually really unhelpful, go to bed early.
I think it's okay. You think it's gonna be like a prophylactic sort of?
Yeah, you're like right now, and it's like, oh, go to bed early. Sleep is the most important meal of the day, or whatever.
I think that it's gonna be drink water or put water on your face because I feel like I see that all the time.
Yeah, Bug Fan Club says, Colin, that's how you go to sleep fast.
Wow. Okay. So here is what it is. Here's what the response was. It's a list from WebMD. And it says, start small, put your alarm out of reach, let in the light, enjoy a morning splurge, sip a cup of Joe, schedule a morning sweat session, fuel up, and power down before bedtime. Who gets the point on that?
What did you say?
It's just a list of
But
shit.
what did you say?
I said put water on your face.
Okay, so I get the point
Okay,
because
so-
mine is actually on the list.
Well, yeah, not exactly, but a little bit. You get a little bit. You get that point, Bug.
Let's next question.
Yeah. People also ask, oh man, the questions were different on mobile than they are on desktop.
Ooh, that's important to remember.
People also ask which finger to press for sleep.
What?
Apparently, and I think this is probably one of those like pressure point things. There might be like a finger that you can press or some sort of like, everyone's got sleep hacks and weird sleep tricks, right? So this is more of a question just in general. Which of your fingers do you think is sleepiest? Which finger, if you press on all of them, give them each a little squeeze. That's what I'm doing. And see, none of them are, none of them are quite working on me.
Yeah. I'm going to go with middle finger.
I'm going to go with ring finger. I think ring finger is the sleep finger trick. So this is probably malarkey. This is entirely malarkey, but I love it when malarkey gets technical.
Yeah.
To aid sleep, focus on the spirit gate point,
Oh, God.
HT7, located on the wrist crease directly below the pinky finger. The wrist crease directly below the pinky finger. Pressing this area along for 1 to 2 seconds, for 1 to 2 minutes, along with the pericardium 6 point, 3 finger widths down from the wrist crease between tendons and the base of the thumb can help relieve stress and promote restful sleep. So you got to make sure you get that spirit gate, Bug. Park it right at the HT7. Slide down that pericardium 6, the PC6 inner gate, base of the thumb, massage the thumb and the thenar eminence. Boom.
I'm worried that that's going to just like, I'm going to bust my wrist.
You pop your hand off.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that question was looking for.
No.
On mobile, the questions were lit, so we're kind of flying by the seat of our pants here, not knowing what we're in for. What is the Japanese trick to sleep?
Close your eyes.
You know this is going to be bullshit. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and guess that this one is one of those visualization techniques.
Okay.
Because do you have a visualization technique that you use to help fall asleep, Bug?
Kind of, but it's usually just imagining like an erotica I could write.
Oh, fair. Okay.
I think of like a story that I could write that would be cool, and I like think of the characters. And erotica's like chill, like it's probably not going to have a monster in it.
I thought, so I've encountered this somewhere, and this is something that I've used, and so I'm going to make this a guess that maybe this is the Japanese trick to sleep, or whatever this people also ask is going to be. I encountered this exercise where you imagine yourself lying on your back in a boat in a lake, looking up at the sun, and you're supposed to like relax from the top of your head down to your toes and imagine the boat sort of rocking in the waves, and you just kind of picture yourself lying on flat on your back on like a raft or a boat. And I think that's what it's going to be. Traditional Japanese techniques focus on firm, floor-based sleeping, shikibutan and tatami mats, maintaining cool room temperatures and taking warm baths 90 minutes before bed to regulate core body temperature.
Except for the baths, we do that.
We do that, actually. We have been sleeping on a shikibutan, which is just a Japanese futon, which is a very thin, thick, firm futon on the ground.
Thin, thick. That's how I like them.
I wish I had the questions from Mobile Man, because they were like, what does cutting blood flow off help you fall asleep, and like all of this like crazy
yeah,
stuff.
tie a tourniquet before you knock off.
Yeah.
No, but that was I wouldn't say enlightening.
No.
I would say unlightening.
I would say, Bug, that this episode, this Monday so far, unlightening.
I would say it's very Monday.
Coyote Astra says, picture yourself in a boat, gradually crisping under the sun.
That's what I was thinking. It's like, hey, imagine going to sleep. You're stranded. You're thirsty. The sun is beating down on your face.
Bug, I would have imagined that your visualization technique for sleeping was pretending to be one of those hot dogs in a roller at like a gas station.
Yeah, dude.
Because you are just constantly rotating.
I am. I'm constantly rotating, and there's nothing I can do. The most comfortable position for me to sleep in is on my tummy. And so I usually start on my back and I try my best and then I just rotate onto my tummy and then I'm like knocked out. I go from just being so annoyed that I'm awake to it's great.
Yeah, but it is, as Colin says, constantly rotating like a 7-Eleven hot dog. Yeah, no, you get in bed and lie on your back and you're like, good night. And then you just slowly are turning until you wake up in the morning and you have wrapped up and accreted all of the blankets.
Well, that's okay though, because we do go to bed with it pretty cold and it has to be cold for me to sleep, but I run at about 300 degrees.
Yeah.
So I just steal all the blankets, which is fine because you're sweating because I'm sweating.
Yeah, I am usually quite sweating. Quite sweating. It is a sleepy morning. It is 7:30 on Monday morning from the Skittering Studios underneath your favorite rock here at the Bug and Moss Morning Telephone Show. Thank you all for being with us this morning.
We're so happy to see you this morning. We got some voicemails.
We do. We got some voicemails. We also had a lovely weekend.
Oh, we had a great weekend. I don't know if you all tuned in for or have heard yet our Saturday special episode.
Yeah, we had a special little episode yesterday with Ty on it with us. Ty came down, spent the weekend with us, and we had a blast. And we went for a drive into Lexington, and we stumbled into something super fun without even knowing.
It was very Ty and Mason coded.
It was. There's a park in the center of the city, like deep in the middle of the city, surrounded by just places that only trucks can go.
If you go to Lexington, I would actually highly recommend you visit McConnell Springs.
It's called McConnell Springs. It is an oasis, like square mile oasis in the middle of an industrial park filled with wildlife and birds and trees and walking paths. It's beautiful. And you're in there and you feel like you're so far from civilization. It's crazy. And so we were like, well, we want to do some hiking today, but nothing major. And so instead of going to like Red River Gorge, which is also a very nearby beautiful place, we decided to go to McConnell Springs. We rock up and parking is crazy.
Cars, which never been.
No one's ever there. It's in the middle of an industrial park. And like on a weekday afternoon, or well, I guess it was Sunday.
It was Saturday.
Whatever. In the middle of an afternoon, it's like not usually that packed. So we rock up, cars are pouring, like dripping off of the parking lot. It's so full. So we push our luck anyway because we have to pull in there to turn around. We're like, we'll see if we're going here. Maybe it's like some kind of concert or something. As we approach the main area where you actually enter the park, we notice a lot of bird pictures and a lot of signs. Yeah. And then we look, and just above the building, there was a birding fair going on. It was a birding and birding craft fair. So we stumbled into a bunch of dorks who like looking at birds, just like us. And the thing is, Ty, this year, when we talked about picking your themes for the year, Ty's theme this year is Year of Bird.
Yeah. And it has totally been the Year of the Bird.
Just Ty, by being with us, Ty's energy summoned this birding fair into existence. And we went and we walked around. We had a great time. I got to see a red-tailed hawk up close. There was a great horned owl and a barred owl. Those were all like chill.
I got a picture of you with the hawk.
Yeah, it was great. We should post that up on our Instagram at 848mossbug. We spent a lot of time out there. We walked around. We saw birds. We made friends. We took pictures.
Hey, Ty saw his bird of the day.
Ty saw his bird of the day, a solitary sandpiper.
Yeah, they do like a regional bird of the day on the app he uses, and he made friends and he got to use their binoculars.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Ty was looking at those pricey binoculars, those good birding binoculars, because he and Sam they look at birds.
They look, you might glance at a bird, but they're looking at them.
Yeah, you and me, we see birds. We will.
Well, we try to see birds, right? But we don't. And Ty and Sam, they see birds.
They look at them.
They know what they're looking at.
When they see a bird, they're like, that's a bird. Or Ty's walking around and he just like point at his ear, point at the air and be like, blue speckled bonubus or whatever.
Oh, what's the baby bird outside our little baby house named now?
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. So that's actually that's a little story we got to tell. We have our own version of bird.
Yeah,
I want to be more.
We have birds at home.
I want to be more of a birder, but we do literally have birds at home.
Yeah.
Colin says I see at least 5 grackles every day. I see a lot of starlings every day, and then also every day I like to check in on a little family of birds that we got hanging out in our heat pump outside.
Yeah,
we have this family of pigeons. These 2 pigeons that have been living outside since we've been here. Pretty much.
Probably. I don't know if they were there before us or not.
I keep thinking you were going to take over the story.
Oh, sure.
I feel bad because I've been talking too long.
Yeah, well, so it's weird for me to take over the bird story, but we got some pigeons.
You love these birds.
Yeah, but
Right?
not like you do.
Well,
You
I
like
guess.
just generally like birds more than me, but they're very cute. I love a pigeon.
They're so cute.
Do they have 2 babies now?
I think they do.
And one of them's like a teen baby?
Yeah, one of them's in that awkward spingly phase.
Yeah, so
Spindly.
there's a spingly baby and like a fresher baby and these brood mates, and they're all cute and they're always just standing there and shitting on the sidewalk, which is cute. And we had to name the baby because we forgot the name. Do you remember it?
The name of the baby?
Yeah, no. The
Oh,
new
yeah. I remember the name. Wait, Bug, you forgot the name of the baby.
one. Baby,
You forgot the baby's name?
Yeah.
The baby can't be more than a couple weeks old and you forgot his name.
Well, we named it like with Ty.
Yeah.
So,
So the name's even younger.
okay.
Oh, that's so sad.
That's so sad.
I won't tell him, Bug.
Okay.
It's Gabish.
Gabish.
It's Gabish. It's
That's right.
It's baby Gabish.
Baby Gabish.
Little baby Gabish.
What's the old one's name?
Oh, I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
I don't know. I think we named them like Shoe and Gumbo.
Yeah, so it's going to be Gabish and Shoe.
Yeah. Well, Gabish is the new baby pigeon. And
Yeah.
Gabish is a cutie. Got all those little stick out little crazy
Yeah.
feathers, then that awkward in between teenager stage. Checking in with chat real quick. Coyote Astronaut says, if I don't see 4 chickens every day, I've made a mistake.
Yeah.
Shout out to I'm a former chicken owner, but shout out to another chicken owner. Colin has said, Coyote Astronaut, is that because you have 4 chickens or is that just like a personal choice? Coyote Astronaut says, I have 4 chickens on purpose. Best dinosaurs ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved my chickens. I love my chickens. They were so much fun. I do love a bird. I love a bird because they are a dinosaur.
Yeah.
They got nothing going on in those dumb little heads. They just walk around thinking about food, acting
Yeah.
all cute, pecking on stuff.
Yeah, birds and cats are really similar to me.
Yeah.
They got a similar kind of. Well, I said this when Ty was here. It's because birds are robots and cats are like
Puppets.
automatons. Yeah, they're puppets,
We said birds are robots and cats are puppets.
and that's true. But it is sort of the way that like birds move like really, really jerky, and yeah, cats move. Like if they're animatronic, it's like the Salem puppet / animatronic in Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what cats are bringing to the table.
I do think broadly, though, the statement that birds are robots, cats are puppets is vastly true just
Yeah.
because of how they are. Atticus does say that might be just because Chester is a wooden marionette.
That's true. He is.
Yeah, we have an orange cat, Chester. Big boy.
Made of
Big
wood.
boy, made of wood.
Big boy, made of wood.
Oh my God, Bug. My brain is soup. I'm all over the place today.
I think we're doing great. Also, I looked up a grackle and it is fucking hilarious looking. Little stupid blue head. Dumb. I love when you look up an animal and Wikipedia, you know, when you treat yourself to the page, is very aggressively like, this fucking thing is not anywhere near going extinct.
Oh, the least concern category?
Yeah, it's not threatened. It's not least concern, but it's close.
Oh, okay. So, but it's not threatened.
Yeah.
Okay, so grackles are still around.
Yeah, well, so if anybody doesn't know
I
about...
don't know anything about grackles.
No, I don't know about grackles either. About these categories of extinct whatever. You have least concern, which is like fine, maybe even needs to get rid of some. Not threatened is also fine. And then you have like vulnerable, endangered, and then I don't remember what CR stands for.
Critical.
Critical.
Critically endangered.
And then what is... So those are your threatened ones. There's extinct, but before extinct, there's EW. What is that?
Extinct. Whoa.
Extremely well.
Extremely well. I don't know. I don't know what those are, Bug. This is the conservation statuses, right?
Extinct in the wild.
Okay. So I don't know who manages these since you're on that page. Who is like in charge of these sort of categories?
It doesn't. ICUN Red List of Threatened Species. So the IUCN.
Oh.
Which is the International Union for Conservation of Nature, based in Cambridge, England, which our friend Elle, who is in the Discord, knows because she went to school in Cambridge, England, and I visited her there. Feel free to roast her for
Was that
it.
your attempt at like a Cambridge English accent?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's the kind of person who's like, I went to England. I studied abroad.
I thought that was your attempt at an English accent, and I was going to be like, Bug, I got a list
England?
of phrases. I got
No.
phrases we need to go through right now because I got to hear them.
No. It's my Valley Girl personality
England.
study abroad.
I'm from London.
I'm from London. I spent 2 weeks in London and I got an accent. Can you hear it?
Hello, governor.
I just I'm sorry if it's really annoying, but can you tell that I sound so British now that I spent 2 weeks in England?
Sorry, I went on a vacation.
I went on a vacation.
I don't know who this person is.
That's your classmate who's definitely not a robot.
Yeah, Colin says, study abroad. Don't mind if I do.
Yeah.
Matt Bliss says you have to put English words in there, though. Annette.
It's very funny to imagine doing like a Valley Girl, but just saying Ednet. You're just like, oh my God, Ednet.
Pep bangers and mash. Annette. Don't you know?
Don't you know?
I don't know what is
We're having a really good time.
Yeah.
We're crashing out on the chat.
Dude, fucking crashing out big time in the morning.
Yeah.
It's 7:39.
Yeah, this coffee tastes like dog shit.
It does.
I thought it was okay. It actually tastes like dog shit. It's nasty. It tastes like sewer water.
It's leaving a film in my mouth.
We're going to have to get coffee.
Yeah. It actually genuinely is I can feel it pasted across the backs of my teeth.
Nasty.
This coffee is gross. Chat is also popping off, doing a real quick check-in with chat. Matt Bliss says, maximize the Eng Valley. Atticus says, English Valley maxing. Coyote Astronaut says, accent mogging.
I love to accent mog.
Colin says, coating your insides.
Totally. All of it.
I love to accent mog. Oh, and then a little bit on Grackles, because Colin threw this out there. He says, those things fucking suck. They sit outside the HEBs and scream at the top of their lungs. But I also love them. I kind of want to tattoo
Good for her.
of one.
Love to see it.
Love a screamy bird. Starling's my favorite bird. Probably. My favorite, bird that I could hold. Well, my favorite bird that I would hold and be very delicate with. My favorite bird of that certain size and durability.
Mine are pubs.
Puvs?
Yeah.
You like puvs, pigeons and doves?
Yeah, pubs and digeons.
Pubs and digeons. Oh my goodness. Mouth full of coffee, body full of pain. Let's check the voicemail and see what's in today.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Come back to me. Everybody pretend today didn't happen. When we wake up tomorrow, we're going to do Monday's show again. This is from Colin.
Hey, this is Colin M. Parker, I don't know why I gave you my username. This is Colin. I am calling in today. I'm writing to you, if it pleases the court, to ask you a question, because I went to a business today that I am 93.7% sure that it is just a shell company storefront in name only. There's no way this thing can stay in business long term. And yet apparently it's been here for nearly 20 years. So I'm thinking to myself, this place has got to be a front for something. As someone who is always sort of desperate to potentially someday just have a get-rich-quick kind of plan, but I never have to worry about my college loans ever again, my question to you is what would your front business be, and what would your back business be?
Okay, yeah.
Wrong.
I'm ready.
I think you know what I mean. What hypothetically illegal activities would you participate in, and what would your very legitimate business be to cover that up or to supplement that?
Totally.
Okay.
Yeah. First of all,
Thank you for your time.
I got this.
Thank you, Colin. Great question. But bug front business, back business?
100% if we're trying to make human trafficking.
Okay. Come out the gate very strong.
No, but I actually, Colin, I have a real piece of advice, which is stop worrying about your student loans. Just stop thinking about them.
Oh gosh.
Don't.
I think from what I do know, Bug, is that you and Colin are both in a very similar situation in which federal loans in deferment. There's all that, and I'm sure a lot of people hanging out with us. I'm sure y'all know that deferment is a tenuous sort of thing.
Unless if you have private loans, in which case I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Obviously human trafficking was a joke. Really funny, I know. I love this question though, Moss. Do you have any ideas?
For a front business or the back business?
Well, both.
Which one of us would be better at running the front, and which one would be better at running the back?
I'd be better at running both.
Oh, okay.
With so much love.
Which one would you be more comfortable with me taking over then? Because you're so right. You would be better at running both of them. I would do the sort of interpersonal things. I would be like, I could get the cops off our tail.
It's weird because you're better at lying, but to me, it's not lying if I'm at work. So it's fine.
Can we investigate that?
Yeah. Because you kind of have to lie to customers because they're stupid and they think things that are dumb. And it just is going to be a waste of time if you explain everything. And it will make things worse. Like if you tell them a truth, here's an example. I have a concrete example of when it is a really bad time to lie to customers. Imagine that you work at a bakery like me. Someone has come in and you've just revealed to them you're out of the thing they came in for, and they've been like a dick about it and they've been weird, and you've gone through the whole transaction. And then, and this has happened to me, and it's an accident that I think we're all guilty of if we worked in service, your coworker either not understanding or maybe understanding the situation but not knowing how this is going to go is like, oh, some of those things you came in for are coming out of the oven in 10 minutes.
No. Oh, no, you're out of them.
We're out of them for the whole day. There's never going to be any more.
I fully get you. Yeah, because that is a bad, that is
yeah, because that person isn't going to want to wait, but they're going to feel weird because they've been such a dick about it. I will tell people that we'll have something in 10 minutes if they're normal. Like, it's fine, but sometimes it's not a good scene, and you have to know that.
You got to be real good at very quickly reading the vibes of if someone is going to be the kind of person who's going to cause you a headache.
Yeah, and it takes experience, but I'll lie to a customer and I'll fucking gaslight a customer too. Because here's the thing, this is my house, and they try to literally trick you all the time. If you've worked in service, and I know many of you have, you know, like when someone comes in and they're trying to do one of those like hacks they saw on TikTok, but you're like a real local small business and they're just trying to like steal from you. And you have to be like, you can't do that. It's just a lot.
Yeah.
You got to be prepared. So I don't have any problem lying to customers. That's fine. I would be fine. I would be better at lying to the cops if they came to the job than if they came to the house. Again, lying at work is easy.
Interesting. I'm thinking of like what would be a good front, like an unusual front for a business. And I feel like one that would not be expected, but would probably be presumably very good for logistics would be a grocery store. I think because you're placing a lot of orders to a lot of different kinds of places.
I will tell you, I think that there are a lot of grocery stores that are fronts. And the thing about it that does work is that you can function as a grocery store and also do other things. And you're right. When I did ordering for grocery, did, without trying at all, get contacts that were like, I can send you this illegally into the country. And I was like, no, thanks. And they were like, I like this guy persistently, aggressively, suspiciously was like, I want to ship you cheese.
Really?
And finally, we were like, okay, let's get some cheese. And the cheese was good. But he was like a one-man import business. And he was like, you know, he was very French also and very persistent. And so he's like, you know, there's a lot of cheeses that I know you'd never sell. But, you know, if you just wanted them, very illegal to import cheeses.
So this guy was just like, hey, I've got you. Cheese.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to do a French accent.
Yeah, well, you didn't, so that's okay.
Yeah, I kind of just, but this guy was like, hey, you want to buy some cheese? Ba-ba-boop. And you were like, no. And he's like, if you ever change your mind, I'll be around the corner. It would be
like if someone called your house and was like, do you do drugs? Because I've got drugs.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how do you build trust with that? How do you know they're not like just doing a really ugly, bad sting?
The real truth is that they send you cheese and you sell the cheese. And eventually, if you bought the illegal cheese, I mean, it's just like, what's the game there? There's nobody actually doing that. He probably would have sent the cheese and it would have been fine. Not that we ever found out. But I would say a grocery store is a good one. I think for us particularly, I would do a PC repair business.
Oh, yeah, dog. Except that would not be a viable front either because of the way the current consumer market is.
Well, no, I think actually having a PC repair business would be very viable because I think people are going to stop just buying new computers.
Yeah, well, yeah, my thought was like, how am I going to get parts for that? But then again, it's a front, so we don't have to worry about it.
Well, yeah,
that.
I mean, you don't have to be able to fix. Yeah, we're not. The PC repair business is the front part.
This is why you'd be better at running both, because I was immediately like, ooh, that'd be kind of fun, though.
Exactly.
Like, what if we did that? I'll fix computers.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
And the thing is, it's better if we don't have a ton of computer business, because we don't want you to be totally overrun with that, but we should have some clients that really trust us and are like, no, this is the place I go. But have you ever seen a PC repair place and you're excuse me. And you're just like, that can't be all they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that cannot be all they do.
Granted, the only PC repair places I've been to in the last 10 years have been literal people's houses.
Oh, yeah.
That are like, there was that one guy in Lexington when I ordered a cooler for my computer and it was missing the back plate for the part that like actually attaches it so it can sandwich the CPU and cool it. It was missing the metal plate that goes in the back the screws go into. So we were like, fuck. And we called that guy and he was just in his house at like 9 p.m. He was like, yeah, man, come over. And then he was like, you can look through these old spare parts and pick through them. And he just gave it to me for free.
And this part that was totally bespoke was just not included. Like we would have had to send out for it. Here's another reason I would run this business. Both of them. This is just my skill set. Is you were like, understandably crashing out because your computer that you used for work was taken apart on our kitchen table that we had at the time. And you were like, I literally can't put this together without this part. And it was like 8 p.m. And I was like, well, let me call some local places because I have been saved by so many computer science type dudes. Like I spilled a bottle of water in my really nice like college laptop. It was like effectively a gaming computer that I used to watch anime on, that my dad got for me, also a computer guy, and that I had for years. But I spilled water in it twice. And the first time I spilled water in it, it's like I pull it out of my backpack, my water bottle had opened and it's like dripping water. And so I like turn it off. And then I go to the computer science department at my school and I just walk in and I'm like breathing heavy and I'm like, hey, I spilled a bottle of water in my computer. And the guy is like, whoa. And I'd never had this guy as a professor, but I was like, do you have a screwdriver I can borrow? And he was like, yeah. And so he let me borrow like a magnetic screwdriver. I took the whole thing apart and let it dry out for 2 days and it was fine. No problems. So these guys coming in clutch for me, the same computer I had to bring in, and this sucks. And I'm gonna actually.
You're gonna tell this.
I'm gonna tell you guys something.
I know this story.
That is really hard for me.
Oh.
I lived in a house. It was infested with cockroaches.
What? Can you say that again?
Infested with cockroaches. Like open the kitchen cabinet, cockroaches fall out. I have blocked most of this out. If you're wondering, oh my God, how did you survive that? Or if you're thinking maybe you're a bug, they're a bug. No, they're scary bugs because of the way they move. I read this article once that was like, why are we so upset by cockroaches? And it was like, because if they were bigger, they would be our daddies. And I was like, yeah, they're crazy. Yeah. They're so resilient. Anyway, so I lived in this situation. It was really hard.
Can you give me a visual, like with your hand, like how big they are? I've actually never encountered cockroaches.
So actually, it's better if they're bigger. These were the little ones.
I've only seen them as pets, and those are like the big old boys.
And I think bugs are really cool. Like I'm not grossed out by a cockroach that's a pet that I'm seeing. I mean, I'm maybe a little grossed out, but when there are thousands of them skittering around your house. Anyway, I was in class. I was team teaching a class with a professor and I got there early and I was sitting in class and I took my laptop out and I was just sitting there. No one was in there. And a cockroach climbed out of my laptop, crawled out of one of the ports, and I just crushed it with my foot. Put my laptop back in my bag, left.
You were just like, ooh, malicious download.
Yep. And I got a ride and an appointment to this place that it's in Palomar in Lexington. If anyone needs a computer repair place, they've hooked me up also with a keyboard replacement. I brought it in and I was like, hey, to be totally honest, I think there are bugs in here, literal bugs. And the guy was like, totally, brought it in. He was like, yeah, there was a family in there, mostly dead, cleaned them out. And he said the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me. And he said, happens all the time.
You know it doesn't. You know it's probably happened a few times. I've found dead bugs while cleaning computers a lot. Like that's not uncommon. But I do imagine that might have been a little bit to spare your feelings of like, yeah, don't worry, man.
It was so nice of him. So I think in honor of all of the computer repair folks who've been really cool, that's the front that we should run. What should our bad business be?
Do you remember that guy's name?
I don't know, Brian. Who cares?
Brian. Well, because I wanted to be like, Brian's a real one, because that could be the name of our business. I already
plugged his business. Oh, Brian's a real one is the name of Brian's PC Repair.
Yeah, we could name it after him, in honor of him. I'm sure he'd love it.
Operating in the same city as him.
Yeah, exactly. We can get a space over on Palomar.
Yeah, we'll be right next to him.
Yeah, it'll be like PC Repair and then like Brian's big idea.
It'll be PC Repair and then it'll be like Brian's PC Repair is the best with an arrow to his place.
Don't come in here. People come in here and we're just selling drugs. Rerun says yes. Honor them with a front for crime.
Yes.
Checking in with chat. Zooming back up, we were talking about retail. Colin said, back when I was in retail, the amount of times I, quote, went and checked in the back and just sat on my phone for like 3 minutes before going back out, insurmountable. And also bringing up as another potential front for us, Aldi's, to which Coyote Astronaut says, ooh, I love an Aldi's. Marvelous spot for a nefarious front.
Yeah, and there's that Crazy story about the Aldi CEO getting kidnapped.
Oh my God.
Which is a real
crazy
story. If you guys should look into it. It's there's a Fern video, I think, about it.
Yeah, the YouTube channel Fern has a great video about the crazy Aldi kidnapping.
We'll link it.
And Bug Fan Club says, let me know if you want any more info about money laundering in France.
Do. If you want to send a voicemail, that would be amazing.
Yeah, 848 Moss Bug. How do we launder money in France? And or how do we get money quickly? Because we need it to eat food.
Yeah. So, just brainstorming.
We can't just survive off illegal cheeses out here.
No.
We'd have to figure out what the back end business is, because human trafficking, that's evil, Bug. We can't do that.
Yeah,
That's
obviously
evil.
a joke. Haha, again, obviously.
Drugs, boring.
So here's the deal.
Boring snooze.
Human trafficking and drugs are obviously our high ticket items, but immoral. We're not going to do it. Because it's also, they go hand in hand. You can't really engage with one without engaging with the other, no matter how much you tell yourself. It's just you're contributing to both. So what is a business?
I have a proposition, Bug.
Okay.
I've got a business idea.
Okay.
You know collector types? You know those like collectory people that are like always getting knickknacks and doodads and goods?
Oh, yeah.
What if we did a grading service? That we get you whatever you can pay to get a little, you want to grade this shiny Charizard card? You can slip us a little extra and maybe we'll
What'd you call those places
raise the grade.
for your car stuff? The scrape and
sticker and scraper places?
That's what we are for grading toys.
Yeah, toys and collectibles. We'll be like a sort of unreliable one like that.
Oh, you know what would be really cool?
What?
Reboxers.
Reboxers.
Yeah, like if you have something that's more valuable, if it's in the box, we could be forging boxes.
Ooh.
So we could be like, you pay us to perfectly recreate a forgery of the original packaging.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Crispy plastic and everything.
And I don't give a shit about the morals of that, and I think that'd be really fun.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, that's fun. I was
Yeah.
trying to think, is there a way that we can leverage that and, we'll return things to a store for money?
Oh, yeah, as long as it's not a mom and pop, hell yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well, and also, we won't return anything. All we do is make packaging that this is completely legal. We just make packaging. These aren't forgeries. These are parodies. This is all just like a fun time. And you returning it to the store has nothing to do with us. There's nothing illegal about making a recreation.
Hold on, Bug. You've stumbled into the best thing possible.
Yeah.
You said it's not forgery, it's parody. And that is the bottom line for everything.
That is the bottom line, isn't it?
It's not fake money we're printing.
It's funny money.
It's parody. It's a parody of George Washington. It's a parody of whatever.
And then they're like,
prudential
but it looks
signature.
exactly like the real money. And I'm like, just because we both used AI is none of my business.
You just be like, listen, sometimes satire's really close to reality. Sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. Sometimes maybe our funny money looks really real.
I think we should call it Tartuffes.
Tartuffes?
Yeah, because
Why?
it's satire.
What is that?
Tartuffe is is that Voltaire? Is
this a Pokemon?
No, it's a play. It's just a character, and it's a satire.
Oh, I'm not familiar.
Tartuffe?
Tartuffe?
The Imposter or the Hypocrite, first published in 1664. It's Molière.
Tartuffe?
Yeah, it's a satire. So I think it'd be funny if we picked a satirical character.
It's also funny to say. It's
Tartuffe?
Tartuffe.
Tartuffes.
Yeah, we'll be called Tartuffes.
Well, and he's like a liar, and he's an imposter. So it would be funny if we did it for our goods oh yeah, Colin is like Molière. Thank you. I don't know. My name was Vendetta. Who? It's it's a funny play also.
Tartuffe. That's it. Tartuffes. And we make parody things.
Yeah.
That's great.
Also, we could be like a Spencer's Gifts where we have a front where you sell stupid stuff like your Temptation cigarettes for cats.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We can sell novelty things. And then also, imitation anything. What other things you can counterfeit? Licensed figures. We could do unlicensed merch, but it's parody. Sorry, parody merch.
Yeah, parody. It'd also be funny if we specifically sold imitation food, like imitation crab.
I'm actually getting a little bit depressed because This would work for like a rich person, like in the world we live in now.
Also, I don't think you have to get depressed because this is the most high effort scheme anybody could possibly come up with. We're like, what if every single customer, we had to make a completely bespoke thing with original art and like probably come up with a whole new process on how to build it.
That's fair.
And we'd need like a bunch of expensive equipment, but it'd be so cool to do. Like, we're not capable of easy money. That's how we're in the situation we're in, babe.
Yeah,
that's not our bag.
We'll need a simpler front, but we'll have to work on it. What do you think? What would be your front business, and then what would be your back business? Call and tell us your front business, and then call and tell us your back business.
Yeah.
848 Moss Bug. You know the parameters of that question. I know what I just said sounds weird. I didn't really think about it as it was coming out, but tell us, front business, back business. 848 Moss Bug. Coyote Astronaut says, extremely realistic parody license plates.
That's very funny.
The New Hampshire one just be live free and die instead of live free or die.
Like Sex and the City.
Virginia is for glovers. Or Virginia is for plowing. I don't know. Matt says, front business. Laughed out loud. Colin says, you know what I'm going to say now. Tell us. 848 Mossbug is the number to call. It is 7:59. We're presented with a problem, Bug. We're at a fork in the road.
Oh no.
Typically, we're live from 7 to 8, and we've been getting closer and closer to being on the dot as, part of people's morning routine. I feel like it's important to show up on time, leave on time. Mm-hmm. We would have been on time today if it wasn't for some technical things. So we'll just pretend that didn't happen. Here's the question. Do we leave on time or do we run 8 more minutes? Because that's what our timer says to fill out a 60-minute show. And then do we risk, we're going to make you late, chat, the people who are hanging out with us?
Yeah, chat, do you want us to keep going or are you ready to end?
Do you think we make the podcast people late ever? Or do you think they can't? They don't have the same excuse.
Yeah, that'd be hard.
Colin said yes,
which
was supremely helpful. Thank you, Colin. Let's just finish it out.
Yeah.
We'll finish out the hour, but we understand if you have to go and you got to get ready and head off to work, or if you want to be a little bit late, be like, sorry, the radio was on.
Yeah, the radio was really good today, and they're going to be like, no, it wasn't. I've heard Bob and Tom before, and you're going to be like, no, I have a new show.
New show, Bug and Moss.
Yeah.
Colin says the yes will never be end your fucking show. Colin meant keep it rolling. I don't know. That's very funny, though.
That is very funny.
Why don't we go ahead and dip into the voicemails? We got 7 minutes left. Let's take a listen to what Jordan Reed, the inimitable Jordan Reed, has to say.
Bug and Moss, how are you? This is Jordan Reed.
Hello.
From the Milky Way galaxy. Or is it? That's just something we believe.
That's true.
Isn't that crazy? Someone just told us that. Some scientists were like, we live in the Milky Way galaxy. And we're like, oh, okay, sure. Wake up, sheeple. Anyways, I was thinking this morning that, isn't it weird how, like, say, I don't hunt, nor have I ever, I don't like, well, I fished. Is that the same as hunting?
Yeah.
Fishing?
Fishing is hunting.
Anyways, isn't it weird that when you want to attract more animals to a spot, you put a fake one of those animals in that spot? Like, it just seems like such a weird thing. Like, there's one lonely duck in a pond, a decoy duck, by the way, and other ducks flying around are like, oh, shit. That place must be sweet to be. There's one person there. Let's go there with them. I just think that's weird. Is that weird at all? Is that anything to anybody?
I don't think that's what those are for.
Like fucking deer walking around in the woods and they see a big clearing and there's one deer there not moving. They're like, that place must be sick.
Is a fake deer a thing?
I don't know if this is anything or basically the equivalent of just me farting in the phone. So, see ya.
All right. Thank you, George. So I was very quick. I didn't think that was what they were for, but I was very quickly proven wrong. These decoy animals are used for multiple things. I thought that those were to scare other ducks away, like, oh, this place is taken by this, like...
Okay, that's a little bit crazy.
This one weird freak. Well, no, because there's like, there's something that you do, like, I've seen people put floating swans in the lakes to try and...
swans are fucking scary, dude.
To try and discourage ducks from getting there.
Yeah.
So these decoys are used in different ways, but apparently a duck decoy or decoy duck, thanks Wikipedia, is a man-made object resembling a duck that is typically used in waterfowl hunting to attract real ducks.
Okay,
So, yeah, I guess they're just like, hey, man, that guy must be lonely. Let's make some new friends. And so we're even more preying off the goodwill of these fuzzy little babies.
Sure, but listen, Coyote Astronaut and I are on the same page because they said puts a mannequin in a public space, waits. My immediate thought was scarecrows. Sure, we know they're to make the birds go, but I think they're to make us, like, stay. Like, we seem kind of, like, obsessed with scarecrows, if I'm being honest.
You did? Yeah, that does kind of paint a funny picture of, like, can you imagine being a farmer? You, like, got your field out and you're like, I gotta get that scarecrow up. You spend all day hammering this thing together. You get it up in place. You go to bed. You wake up in the morning and there's a bunch of people standing around your scarecrow with coffee cups, like, just talking to each other.
So that's
and
a
you're
pod
like, what
cube.
the fuck? Get out of here.
Yeah,
Go.
no, this is a pod cube, though. But also, like...
That does sound like a Podcube episode.
Imagine this. Picture this. Imagine if there was a scarecrow in a place where it was easier to get to and you weren't trespassing.
Okay.
Because I think we sort of would. We'd be like, what's he doing there? Like, he's so like me, you know, like that's so, people would be like, he's so me. Like, that's so me. So real, friend. Like, look at us, just two boys hanging out. And it's just a scarecrow in like a city center.
That's like Colin says, everyone's standing in a field, children of the corn style, waiting to see what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coyote says, I'm way too horror pilled for this.
Oh, for sure. So I'm big afraid of everything, especially the dark. I will say a scarecrow in a field. Nah, I'm busy that day. A scarecrow in a mall. I mean, what else do I got to do? That guy seems cool. Just going to hang.
To be fair, lake and pond is where duck hang out. They probably sit and chill,
for sure.
and they talk about duck games and, like, I don't know, grass and the air and clouds, whatever they talk about. So it would kind of be like putting a human mannequin just sort of in the middle of like a library or a public center.
No, we do this.
Oh,
we pay people to like be at clubs or at events so that the place looks cool. You'd ask your friends if you were opening your business that may or may not also be a front. You'd be like, "Hey, I'm having an opening night. Can you all come to help us?" Like, you'd want there to already be people there.
So what you're saying is these aren't decoys; they're influencers.
Yes, decoy ducks are influencers.
These are influencer ducks.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because we absolutely do this.
We don't do it with inanimate representations of people
but
yet.
That's not fair to say because I think, because we have AI. And so that's kind of a thing that's the internet right now. But we do have an uncanny ability to spot the uncanny, right? Which I don't think ducks have. And I don't think that's their fault. But we as humans are like much more... We've got like this brain situation going on where we can like talk and we're not as good at climbing trees, but we can kind of tell if something's not a person. But if something is a person or seems enough like a person, we'll be like, I'd love to hang out at the party with the people.
That's fair. And on top of that, Colin made a good point that also reinforces what you said. He says, ever heard of Madame Tussauds?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that is literally just a building full of things that look like people, and the attraction is that. So
you were weird, right?
Yeah,
like
I the thing that I think is a stretch bug is that you think ducks can't spot the uncanny. That feels like a bold statement. I feel like they must be able to spot the uncanny, and that it must be like a distance thing where it's like from far away it looks enough like a duck, and then you get close and you're like, oh, it's not a duck, it's just some trash. But I will stay and hang out in this water.
That's fair, but I'm not speaking specifically to ducks when I say I've seen a lot of videos of a lot of animals having sex with a lot of decoy animals.
That's a very fair point. We're in the last 2 minutes of the show, so it is time for one last check-in with chat, and then we'll wrap things up. Colin says, Scarecrow is kind of just Jesus pilled, though, right?
So true. So that was the actual first thought I had.
Crucified to keep the sins of birds away from our plants.
So Jesus pilled.
So
I had a lot of
Jesus
friends
pilled.
in high school like that.
Yeah, they stand in a field.
Yeah.
What is it, witnessing?
Yeah, that's what witnessing should be.
Some people
you have to be by yourself in a field and you wait for the flock to come to you. I got faith, brother.
Some people, it's like see and be seen. Some people, it's witness and be witnessed.
So true.
Thank you for tuning in on this Monday as we sip horrible coffee and deal with everything breaking and crumbling around us.
We're doing our best.
We're doing our best, and we know you're doing your best, too. I hope you have a great day lined up ahead of you. Again, if you should subscribe to Wicked Interesting if you haven't yet, because I'm going to try and get that video out by Friday. I'm going to put together our new bumpers, so tomorrow's show is going to be absolutely banging. But also, if you can tell some friends about this show, tell people to come and hang out with us live. Tell people about the podcasted version that they can tune in and listen to. That's amazing because every little bit helps. This month we're really trying to like make it happen. So anything you can do to help us towards that is amazing. And thank you so much already for being here and spending time with us. I just love doing this for fun.
I do too.
Yeah, it's great. It's great hanging out with all y'all. Goodbye, Colin. Goodbye, Matt. Goodbye, Coyote. Atticus. Who else is hanging out here?
Bug Fan Club.
There was another name, Rerun. First time I've seen you hanging around, Rerun. Hope to see you again.
And if we missed you, we still love you, and we're so glad you're here.
Yeah, we just have short-term memory and a big old poop hanging out in my tummy.
Same. I'm going first.
Oh, bye, Bug. I love you.
Love you.
This is Bug and Moss.